take any internet company to court. Guys, I apologize for that. Unfortunately, living in OCE means we do live upside down, and the internet being offline is actually the normal. Internet online is quite rare. Dagda.
This is just a nice setup, right? This is kind of the smarter setup that I wanted to see, right? You have the quick reset coming through from Hope. He's slow pushing in that bot, but I still think Hope coming in, his understanding of how to play lane, I think is a little bit stronger than LPC, who wants to go aggressive.
Big impression though, missing. Hello! Set Packin and Eric with a great satchel charge for a cheeky little first blood.
After shoving in this wave, so guaranteeing that JDG at least missed one wave, but this Rift Tower might be gone before you even get the Zigzag.
Or maybe as the TP comes through, it was worth staying in the bottom lane, but as I say, that 1500 already, Herald's going to be gone, but pause, it's stolen. It's stolen by Shadow. He goes on him for no reset, and Hope picks up the kill. Now that he's excited, on top of Jin Jiao, who's a level 5 Leona, scurrying to get out of it.
Position that you had over this objective.
For what looks like to be a fade. Shadow, the level 8 Viego walking in, and the flash immediately burnt from Yagao. There goes the Dragon.
Especially with a composition that's just set up so well to enable the DPS champion like this, James.
Now, I will say on the other end, Eric is able to get the turret up.
Well, he can shoot himself in towards LGD, but they do get into River, which makes it a little bit more dangerous.
Package is big, though. It can line up the middle, the big one through the gap as well. But Malphite into the backline. He's been caught out, hit the two-man ulti, but Shadow expecting it, maybe not. So Mega Death Rocket to clean it up. 369 still taking it up. He gets wild growth, he lives. And for JDG, in front of this objective, they've fixed their errors we talked about and absolutely obliterated LGD in front of the purple thing.
That's in 50 seconds as well. A third Dragon at that, and look at the benefactor of that last fight. Maybe not Eric.
Eric has the flash, dude. Yagao earns the last of his mana. Back up and available as well, Dagda. And I think Missing has had some pretty decent ults so far. As LGD try to do what you talked about in the draft with the poke, but you can see the engages there over the wall. Shadow has to burn it immediately, but 369. That's rock solid if I've ever seen one. As Jin Jiao flashes over the wall, but LGD are getting hit from every single angle. Hope to finish off Fairness was close, but they found one pick. They're going to move to Solve Point. And Jing Dong, welcome back. Like, where was this in the past two series?
And this is why I love the Malphite pick. Like, cleaning up the team, actually being an engage tool, which is really not what he was known for in top esports.
No, apart from the occasional Ornn, as Yagao actually might get a nice little surprise here. Jin Jiao and Shadow and into the gravity field. Nice ultimate for the Heartbreaker. Is doing exactly that to Yagao. Chaos Storm comes down, but to no really effect.
A vision lacking in this jungle, though, for JDG, and 369 snuck his way in.
No, but the package is out already on the backline. Kanavi can seal this. Get on the Dragon. Luckily smited away. 369 gets a 3-man, but the unstoppable onslaught, the force, the rocket from Jinx is way too much. And now for LGD, the escape path looks nigh impossible. Kanavi on their tail, and LGD running to the structure, running to their home. But as Shadow flashes away, Yagao almost had him. They get out, they deny the soul, but it was only just.
I mean, it's so...
369 has ulti. Shadow's about to see. Spots him out. He doesn't have flash. JDG trying to push through the wave play we talked about from LGD. Might not matter because they can't get close enough for now. Soulflare comes down. I'm going to pause for a second. Zenithblade goes on in, but Jin Jiao regrets that immediately. 369 follows up with the ulti on top of Yeji. One more hit for the Corki, but now that's a bit of a 3. Or maybe it's a 6. Who knows? You never know. Missing getting low, though. They'll know that he's probably going to back away, so 5 versus 4. Jin Jiao getting poked himself. Missing is gone. Oh. Nuked from existence. This is the poke we talked about with LGD, but Hope is sending some right back. JDG still in the river. And 5 versus 4. They're still confident.
I mean, you still have Hope. You still have Yagao. One big ult from 369 with flash could ruin their day.
But package needs to come through in great positioning. It's like looking at someone in the gym and saying, that's a nice package. But I don't think that's a 6-pack whatsoever. Yeah, G lines it backwards. And now onto the Dragon. JDG are going to bring Zoom around to the backside. 369 with an ulti. Dragon goes down, but that's a 2-man ulti. Once again, 369 hitting pretty hard, but the rest of JDG is scattered to the wind. They've taken down Jin Jiao, looking for Shadow next, who's picked up a reset. He ults out of there, but low health bars blinking for Hope to get a reset. As he gets excited, the movement speed sends him forward. A double kill for Kanavi, but JDG, they've done the damage. They may not have gotten the Dragon, but I'd be scared about this turret and maybe the Baron.
It's definitely the Baron call. Yagao's going to reset. He's got TP to come back over towards Baron, and you're super low on LGD's side. JDG need to burst this, though. LGD have so much poke. Fearless is TPing back into the top side. If you're a sitting duck, it becomes easy for this LGD damage to land.
Well, Arcane Diff is showing itself here in game number 1. It's JDG launched on Hope, actually getting Wild Growth. It's a bait. Venus can't get the kill on top of the Baron. Hope's taking the damage though. Yeji just get the free kill, but in front of the Baron, it's absolute yakety sacks. All caution thrown to the wind. Another member goes down. This is hilarious. 369 comes on in. JDG may get Baron Dagda, but the audience are the real winners of that play.
I mean, it may not be clean. It's Ginger, where are you going? What are you doing?
We got yakety sacked. It has to end in the only way they know how. Jinjiao's gonna die too.
Why?
This is LG's problem we talked about. Their early game's not too bad, but running their compositions was a brief, I guess, and this Cloud Soul's about to spawn in 10 seconds for JDG.
Alright, slow and steady for LGD. Just poke, just prod, make sure you're spotting that 369. Okay,
Jinjiao's in. Okay, well, Jinjiao goes in, gives a 3-man ulti to 369. Hope gets out with the Wild Growth, so he survives. And you know what? You could poke, or you could go right on in. Now, the difference is, it's a Family Guy episode I need to quote. They go, you know, we could give you the boat or the mystery box. Peter goes, you know, a boat's a boat. But I'm at LGD now that everything's getting destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't looking pretty, right? Yes, the damage is coming down, it's doing all right, but JDG are just consistently finding these fights set up. No semicircle, no anything at all for LGD there. There we're going.
All right, well, this is different. This is the chase down where LGD pushed up to what was the remnants of their tier 1 turret, no longer. Jinjiao going to be the next target, and for JDG, they're dotting the I's, crossing the T's, quite literally finishing off this game. Yeah, G running for his life, but Hope's in Reset City, and Jinx is actually scary when the game goes past 25 minutes in, especially with this amount of items. JG going to put the finishing touches on Dagda, and I have to say, much more impressive performance in this game number 1. This is what we wanted to see, as Gal actually TPs back to the wave to stop it. Fearless will kill him. 369 doesn't have the damage to do that, and Fearless has achieved what he wants to.
TPing in. LGD, they don't see 369.
They don't. They will shortly, though, and regret being here as they run towards the pit. And LGD, you know what? Is this a free ulti? On the Fearless, only one target. That's
Shadow!
what we want. Is it stolen? Shadow got the steal. What? How was he gifted that? LGD have 4 members alive.
A second, we need him back for this one. Look, the big issue now is you got Baron push coming through for LGD. They still have this the entire time that you're going to get Elder Spawn, so they can actually use this to get control over mid, claim some of the objective bounties if they want to on that mid turret, and be able to contest the push, unless Shadow decides that he's just going to run it to the opposite side of the map.
It's yakety sacks again. It's just the chase, though. Play the Beverly Hillbillies song, because Shadow is running away.
Got flash.
The whole team's there. He's still alive. The movement speed. Hope gets the zap once again. The Wild Growth as he dodges away from the poke. Hope actually got poked by the rest of LGD. Shadow with the blast cone finally goes down. This game is comical. Nukes and poke that'll burst it down for them.
Look, anything feels possible in this game. I don't know. There could be a bomb. There could be a rocket that comes in. Who knows? But it will be JDG.
It's 2 minutes of Elder. They won't need the Baron. JDG are charging in through mid. There's a package. An ult that misses.
No ult on 369 and no real wave push means it's going to be a bit tough, but looks like the wave clear isn't quite there for LGD, and finally JDG go.
All right, finally the execution comes through. It's Yeji caught out. JDG with a 5 versus 4 and Jinjiao running for the base, but Super Mega Death Rocket helps out with the double kill and a nice little execution. 3 versus 5, LGD on death's door. The poke trying as the Mega Inverter Bomb burst down missing and the wave, but they've still got 369. They've got to tank it. Shadow goes in for the last time, and it does feel like the last time here, Dagda. As JDG clean house, it was such a messy game, but they won, and a win is a win in the LPL.
It will be the one victory over towards JDG. I mean, as he said, look, the early game.
And everyone who was happy not to see Victor gets him anyway, but no, we get the cannon. 369 on the cannon, and Dagda, I see team fighting once again in a very unique way. One that JDG can absolutely innovative game.
Yeah, nice. It's transitioning one as well, and Yeji's way overextended. You do have Shadow in the wings, though.
Yeah, he can actually just walk away. The Scott of Duck doesn't connect, and Yugal's going to take a couple balls to the face. Shadow hovering There's a ward that's actually going to spot out Kanavi. Is all in from Shadow once again. The ignite down. Kanavi flashes away, but Shadow right on into him. They look for the 2v2. Yagal's got him duck. It connects. It's a 1-for-1. Shadow waiting for that cooldown for flag and drag. He doesn't get the knock up, but the slow. Will it be enough with the red buff? Adding to it as well. Yagal with the Kingslayer. A couple more hits and a Q needed. Shadow just autos him to death like a chat for the second kill of the fight. In that mid lane that we've seen suspect so many times in many different games at the start of the split. As now Jinjiao looks for the E, but as the Zenith Blade misses, Shadow will know he's on a ward shortly. And Kanavi coming in for the counter gank. That ward's going to expire. It's all about timing here for Kanavi. He's a flay away, but Jinjiao going in. He's hooked, and Kanavi's going to be the sync up. Over to Hope, 1 kill as he gets excited. Shadow on the move out too. For a roam, and it's not near the dragon for now. So first objective of the game once again goes to JDG.
And again, this is where you never really know if people are going to play by the rules. Shadow though, hovering, I don't think he got spotted moving into that bush. Has Cataclysm.
Oh, and 369's forward as well. There's a slicing Maelstrom, still gets the start on 2 members. He's like surprised Shadow was here as he flashes away. Garvey with one little tick. And especially around this next Dragon Dagger, which is up. I think missing's going to be a huge key to locking down some of this poke we talked about from LGD.
Oh, trying to see if he can eye up Eric here. As Kanavi.
Okay, there's a Solar Flare down on top of Kanavi. He's absorbed a lot of damage. So Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't connect, and Eric's out of mana. LGD don't really have their APC in this one as Kanavi survives for so long, and Hope's just untouched. Jinx is from Arcane, and it's such a great TV show, and the fact is she's strong. It has nothing to do with what I'm saying, is missing is pretty low himself, but doesn't want to get involved.
It off so poor.
It's barely that gets me right, but the fact is that LGD in this game really relying on, I believe we're about 10 seconds away. Yagal on the wing too. There's no hijack available for him to take away something like the Cataclysm, Mega Inferno.
Yeah, JDG are going towards the bot side, so they're looking to try and trade this cross map, but Yagal.
Yeah, so he's got the Solar Flare. Now, Solar Flare will be used. The one in return comes down onto 2 members. But Yagal, suspect Dagda, he wanted to stop top by any means necessary.
Yeah, get him out of the ship. That was not the play for Yagal. You're trading bot side, right? You're going 1 for 1. There's no reason.
It does feel like heading towards an Infernal Assault is so big for LGD, especially when they hold the reins of 3,000 gold in this mid-game. I'll pause. Let's see how Kanavi gets Shadow, because that's the jungler. Caught out by himself, 369 in the middle of a flanking angle. It's actually Yagal who's come back in, and as Shadow goes down, the gold goes to Hope, the one person you don't want. Hope got the dragon as Shadow moves to the top side. Yagal actually deep again. Dagda, Yeji and Shadow, will they be enough? Teleport in response.
Oh!
This time it's a ruse. Cataclysm comes on down, 369 in the middle of it as well. Shadow running away. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Shadow dying once more.
Wave control coming through for LGD, and unfortunately this time around for JDG, right? Oh, actually, I'm gonna hold on to this Garvey.
Well, Garvey without a teleport to escape. Kanavi checking all angles. JDG need to make a move. Garvey in this rush, he'll be spotted out pretty soon. They check it, and Garvey runs into Hope. Actually, a lot of explosive damage. A mortal shield bow there too. Good blocking from the rest of JDG. So make sure Hope gets
flank angles here. If 369 and Yagal can't get access into these fights, it's kind of done and dusted in just the range game that LGD can play.
Yeah, I was going to be launched on for now. Shadow, I'm not sure what you were hoping for that when the rest of your team are not there. He'll be flashed on by Kanavi. He's dead. Dagda. Why? Well, 369's able to defend for now. You're right, triple back occurring while Kanavi goes back to clearing his own jungle. Jinjiao actually flashing in as well. Package on top. They found 369, and for LGD, they don't even need the jungler. Garvey picking that one up, and that's well deserved as the rest of JDG have made the reset coming in. Eric in a bad position. Satchel charge.
Traded for position on Baron, and makes sense, right, when you can kind of get Shadow and Jinjiao to set up, but they're not really in a position to trade, so top 10. And now you're going to have to try and team fight again, right? Like, you've got Baron that's up on the cards. You're trying to trade side lanes, and, like, use the fact that Garvey is pretty strong, right? He's gone this crypt build, but you just don't really have the power to go against it. Now, LGD maybe trying to see if they can max up with this, or meet up with this wave on the bot side.
Yep.
But it looks like they're going to keep pushing mid, trading 2 tier 2s for that tier 1. Despite the fact we were kind of complaining about them. they have to spot this, right? I mean, you don't have a ward to check over the pit. They're just going to keep Kanavi there.
Be late.
Now,
He's gonna be
maybe.
Late. Super Mega Death Rocket blocked as well. Would have been helping leashing the damage, but at 2k, 1k is gone. LGD with a super sneak, but 369. Wait, there it is! There it is! Onto one, now two. Eric's dead. The hook lands. Make it 3. Shadow at low HP. Forget the Baron sneak. When 369 finds that flank, LGD go crushingly home.
Just about able to finish him off there is Hope, and because of that, JDG, the third dragon they picked up without contention, they'll get the soul without contention, and it's only 2 Baron buffs in LGD that are going to fade in 2 minutes time. It's not really going to be up as
It might not even be 2, Dagda. Yeah, G gets an explosive rocket. Yagal with the real collateral damage. Huge shutdown. Now only
if they can find those fights.
And I was also going to say, it's like last game where they can still use their poke, they can use their wave clear, and make it really hard for JDG to siege. All 5 members in this bottom lane. The turret going down very slowly as the Solar Flare collides through the collateral damage as well. Finally, JDG get through as Yagal starts poking them down with this, trying to zone them off. This mid turret's been standing for 32 minutes, guys. Finally, the tier 1 will drop on down as Yeji's the next target. Hope getting excited, and now with 369 on the top left-hand side of our map, LGD begin their pursuit, begin their movement. JDG have already started the Baron.
Again, though, you can see, as look, package in the base, 369 here on the flank.
Yeah.
They go on him.
Well, they got him slicing Maelstrom, and that's a 3. Once again, picked on out. JDG have to back away from the Baron. Who needs a package when you find the little cannon behind enemy lines?
Still going here, Baron low.
Don't 50-50, don't 50-50. Kanavi gets the steal, of course he does. Why did we 50-50 again in this series? Kanavi gets his redemption arc down in the middle of the fight. Look at the poke coming through from Garvey in the backline. LGD have bought their space, but Yagal buying his time. In the backline, Hope's still readily alive, but LGD trying to use that range advantage we talked about.
Coming in from Garvey, this could be Elder Dragon, so Baron versus Elder. Elder's going to be able to do more against JDG's Baron for quite a bit.
Well, it's going down to 3k and no smite, no way. The ulti. Okay.
Jesus.
Eric secures it. 5 seconds until Baron makes his presence known.
Again, look at 369 though. He's already snuck his way in behind enemy lines, and LGD just don't have the vision for this. This could be gorgeous over the wall.
The timing's so good. Look, he said over the wall, I'm waiting for it, but he only hits G. Hasn't made the flash, but hits over the wall, doesn't matter. 369 ulti is value target, but for Hope, he's in the middle of the fight, and that doesn't matter either. JDG are given on a platter, because LGD ran into them once again. Triple matters not. Hope cleans it all up, and JDG are running it home.
JDG find the great engage. LGD not able to keep them at bay, and now, with the 2-0 win, JDG will knock down LGD.
I mean, this has been a series, Dagda. The death dive is massive, so, you know, JDG will get a 2-0. But when scholars talk of this day, they will not say it was a clean 2-0. They'll say the series was something else. But JDG, the series win, gives them momentum, gives them hope. And really, we'll talk about hope the whole series long. They finally scaling as well, Dagda. Now that it is actually a Graves instead of the Jace you're talking about, we have solo laners who are going to be moving into the late game quite well.
Setting up Flandre for success and having a good spot in that top lane, or, which looks like it may be the case, of lane tempos.
Oh, hang on. Mako starting the level 1. Look at Shousey and Elf. They got first blood. Wow. Hacker helping out. And you know what? We talked about how the strength of bottom lane's there, but not this quickly.
No.
The Q missing there from Crime, but an auto attack close. Pots needed to be burned. And
generation that comes through from the lifesteal. And now EDG up to push and bot. They're going to turn towards Dragon.
On the ward, Hacker with the Sonic Wave. He has flash to get out of there. Goes on in, steals it, yoink, but locked on down. Doesn't matter. There's a Realm Warp on the back. It might, but Chelsea fight EDG getting great vision themselves in setup for these neutrals. Steal away is even bigger. Ultra Prime heading towards the Herald. EG already started this up, and this time for Hacker, I can't say good things because he is just nuked. He face checks, and it is a big mistake. With eating top the shield bow, doesn't have an item of his own. Meanwhile, the fight's going on the bottom side. Both top laners can't join as EDG finally secure their own dragon. One apiece, the fight begins on top of Mako. I don't think Hacker wants to be here. He flashes forward, the Sonic Wave doesn't connect. EDG getting low though, the Tempest Cripple doing work in a circle, but they're on top of another. And Elk finally drops down, crying, hit by Viper. And this is the EDG we know and love. They're taking names, they're sacrificing some of their own. But but it's a one fight. With
Too much is just enough to make you back away and to get a bit of chip damage, get a little bit of extra CS, and then they rinse and repeat, just moving bot to mid. And now Hacker
doesn't need to be here, or doesn't want to be here, I should say. Third kill for Scout, and JJ in this mid laner. Scout's linking up once again. Thank you for the turret too. That's first turret blood that heads towards the serrated Dirk and a Manamune. Might be going towards the Nashes here. Second item holding on to response here for Ultra Prime. Elk and Chelsea are going to be fended off by the bottom lane of EDG. In fact, Elk actually going to be locked down. There's the TP once again. Dagda, you talked about this, but now it's unleashed, and JJ and everyone else are down here. 5 members of EDG and Chelsea just wants to support, but Viper will pick up a double. And when EDG say go,
here it's bot lane that's going to be able to crack it open. And this time, the goat is going towards Flandre. Scout resetting to catch the wave top. And just like that, EDG have taken over the game.
I mean, that was a bold play, and the fact is that EDG is still making it. They're going to
favor of EDG. It's not like Ultra Prime have any way to force EDG into these fights. And
up against Ultra Prime, target Elk and Chelsea's lane. That's the lane that Ultra Prime looked to for success. Chelsea can go in. Mako actually going to be the first target. That's a lot of burst damage. JJ jumping in by himself, and Scout's going to join in. Wait, that's a rise. AoE, and Scout tries to get Hacker away from him. Ultra Prime now in a bit of a choke as Viper's holding on for it. Onto Crying, the Solar Flare flushed away from. Look at the summoners tick away as Scout uses the Realm Warp aggressively.
Star, right? Because keep your eye on whenever Flandre is showing in a lane on bot side, right? Scout will not show as we go top side.
Scout of the week, is it there? No, Deadly Flourish from downtown. Scout runs in, no fear of the turret. And EDG Dagda, you might have to be more specific as to what Ultra Prime can do because you wanted to fight. But EDG are just
the 3-member core of EDG will disappear from mid. And it means that from Ultra Prime, all your alarm bells are ringing because it's like, okay, well, what is the game plan here? Where are they going to be?
That's not a good sign, Dagda, as ZS is going to be targeted as well. EDG are following him down the line. He's going to move to Soul Point while Scout is just playing with a Raptor. Mako looking to block the Sonic Wave. Ultra Prime nowhere nearby. Dragon
upside. He can clear out this wave. We'll see as soon as Scout hits that top side, Flandre just dip out of vision.
Okay, on a ward, Mako actually called out. Unleashed power, good little pick by Ultra Prime. Hacker wants the backline. And Viper has the Gale Force away. Remember, he has ultis, JJ Flash as well, but Ultra Prime a little bit too deep range. He didn't want to interrupt him because he know he'll be dead, but now out of rush, the dredge line doesn't connect, and EDG, they've halted them off the Baron, but it recharges, goes in, and 3k, the TP in the backline as well. Ultra Prime's opportunity to get in the backline, but Viper still untouched. The Deadly Flourish once again, and Flandre joins in with Scout at the helm. ZS heals up, but it won't be for long as Scout charges through a choke. The Realm Warp now layered down, not even taken. And Elk is the biggest carry at this point. Crying doesn't have enough mana. Flandre's also over the wall. Good Scout of the week. The final marker, though. Flandre just whops him. And this top laner picks up a spike.
Baron to claim their prize.
Dude, Flandre deserved that quadra. Not only the way he's been playing throughout topside as well. So everything comes crumbling in for Ultra Prime. And looking 3 ways at once is impossible. As the turret finally goes down and EDG want to make their last stand. Burst damage once more flown through by Flandre. It's a curtain call. Could be the true curtain call for Ultra Prime. 5 members going back towards the fountain, and for EDG, that's 1 inhibitor going down. Another turret as well. Right through Ultra Prime's face. The TP by Dagda. Do you believe? Do you believe in ZS? I don't know, man, because this Renekton needs to get some good target selection on top of Scout. He stuns up, gets the AoE, but the problem is Ultra Prime don't have enough damage. They may get Flandre, but Viper's another problem. Scout as well in the backline. A 1-for-1 trade. It slows down the game, but there's an Ocean Soul to take.
But it's everything invested on that pick. That was Ultra Prime's last call. They were...
enough. Flandre's almost full build. He still hasn't upgraded his boot stack, though. He doesn't care. Doesn't have time for that, and he wears old socks. There goes another turret. Scout's on the flank, and ZS is trying to do the same thing. Crying with Scout of the week on top of JJ, but that's a present guard immediately. ZS now in the middle, and he spots out Scout. He's like, oh no, he was waiting for me. And EDG have already taken 1. It's Elk, the strongest member down. The Luden's Echo on the Heisa. Not going to do anything, especially when it's dead. Scout just goes on in, and at this point, for Ultra Prime, points for trying, but EDG crushed the mid-game and made sure this wasn't going anywhere near the 35-minute mark.
And EDG are just so good. Like,
On your EDG. Game 2 is you know, advantage point. Yes, we get Cho'Gath, dude. So we literally get. Well, speaking of bot, just quickly, note that Viper's gone for the press the attack here. And Airy on top of Mako. And we might need that relevant information because PTA will be activated. But lethal tempo, even better. Viper about to get solo killed. Or rather in the 2v2. It ain't a solo, but double summon is burned. Now Mako on top of Elka. Flash forward. They got it. Dagda. How did that happen?
to keep him alive. And from that point forward, Mako just has enough damage to get the kill back. But mid lane.
That Lulu plays. Scout actually caught out as well. Hacker straight on into it. The flash from Hacker not necessary. Cryan picks up the kill, but again, Dagda influence mid. Cryan gets the scout of the week, and turret plating gonna hold strong for now. Dude, we come back to bot. Let's just point out, Mako is like this frontline support, but maybe this time he's gone too far. Ignite's down, and Mako's been doing that for way too long. He's finally punished by Elk and Shoutzy, and Viper's even next. He's got the flash available. Cleanses immediately. Shoutzy with the Zenith Blade on top of him. Viper doesn't flash, and he pays the price.
Oh, it's messy stuff. Rift Herald, like, you have full push mid, but not just a little bit late off the mark. Now, they still should get it. Maybe Flandre as well.
Let's see, the flash away. Cataclysm is there. Flandre has the feast available, but Jeje's nowhere nearby. Top laner left out for scraps, and Cryan picks it up with an Airy. 2 kills now on the mid lane Syndra, and this 80
in this game.
Well, it's a gold at 15 stat that we should bring up as soon as we get the Cryan now finally moving down. But Scout's wave clear is insane. He's got a full mana bar, full HP bar, and he's not really that far behind as Mako wild grows himself to get out from Hacker. Has flash and heal available, and Hacker actually gets hit pretty hard. The Gravitum ulti, one more Q will do it, and Viper with the flash forward, not even necessary. It's Mako who trades his life though, and Cryan picks up his 3rd kill. So excuse me guys, I apologize. Not going to be from base, but it was close too. Hacker was able to walk down here and he gets first heart blood, so you know what? In the end, the Herald play is exceptional. Or is it? Or is it Dagda? Or is it they spot out Jeje like on top of Viper? Hacker's been rused. And Ultra Prime's bottom lane will not get another charge. Elk and Shout.
I don't think it would have mattered too much simply because you've already got your first mythics completed here for Ultra Prime. Honestly, I'd want to.
Curious to see the difference. I didn't get to have a look on the sides as we hit 15 minutes, but Mako with Shirelias, which I believe has just been popped. I'm not too sure on that one, guys. But Soloplay's going to lock it down. Jeje once again lying in wait, but this time on a ward. He's blown up. Okay, Mako's dead. The 3rd time this game, and
EDG.
Flandre's hitting away at the turret. Dagda, look at this side lane. 30 CS in the lead, by the way. Actually 40. Will that hold true as big alien thing is about to get caught out by a man with a barrel? Explosive cast sends it backwards. Hackers on the way through. Shoutzy too. This is going to take a while, guys. Buckle in. Because the damage here, not really that much. Like, it's taken a while. I'm glad we now have a support to Mega Death Rocket. They give it to Elk. Otherwise, it would have taken an extra 5 seconds.
It does give the time, though, for EDG to push in this top wave. Will give control for Ultra Prime to get this next dragon, though. I don't think EDG were going to contest it, though. They hadn't really decided to reset with Viper. He was still very firmly in that top side. So it feels like this was kind of an Ultra Prime give me, but at least with Elk there as well.
Also, you mentioned EDG not wanting to contest anyway. I mean, exactly. Elk has 2 items, and you can see as well, Brian's who's his target? Scout pops him out in the back line, and ZS still runs towards them, but for now, EDG saw it coming, and even Flandre on top of the mid laner. EDG coming back in. He takes no damage, but the rest of the team aren't alongside with him. Everyone on top of Flandre, everything used, down he goes. But a 3-man Moonlight Vigil is huge from Viper. In a choke, Ultra Prime, not where they should be as Chaos Storm around from the wing. Hacker back in to his death. And ZS now the front line that has to get them away. EDG trading.
Steals, but are never really 50-50 with a Shogun.
That's true. Well, Cho'Gath's going to face it. Jeje at half HP though. The Crescent Guard comes out again, but look at the pathing. Look at the position of the gravity field. But for Ultra Prime, it's the Gragas backline that's absolutely blown it apart. They might even have this fight. Scout goes down too. Flandre just a remnant. Viper left alone. And for ZS, that was beautiful. Gale Force away. Flandre lucky to be alive.
Get the dragon for themselves and at least deny that, but that was a brilliant fight for Ultra Prime, as he said, like perfect. Oh, hang on.
Okay, rocket on the dragon. It helps, but it's going to be the feast in the end. Oh no, the feast was a bit short, I believe. Smite was what secured it in the end. And Baron goes over to Ultra Prime. That's the trade-off here, as well as that top lane turret. Dagda, 5k gold lead just about. EDG it's going to the late game where they are going to be massively behind.
And it could not have been like a worse fight for ADG there either, right? And again, it's coming back towards this bot, right? That's the one that I'm keeping my eyes on. Elk, 5 kills, 3. Make sure he's absorbing all the damage this Jink can turn out, but with an LDR and a Kraken Slayer already, but they're just getting spotted out. Ultra Prime are doing such a good job of being aware of what EDG are up to, and now Dragon should be in the same position at the same time. You've Infinity Edge now completed for Viper, so he does have a good amount of damage with that third item complete, but nothing compared to this Jinx.
Look at Scout on the flank here. Look at where Elk is. Chaos Storm, he goes golden. That's a zoning ult for the time being, but Scout's just obliterated. Shouts he's going to be targeted here with Calibrum as JJ once again. The engage is there, but Flandre here has been tackled up. You said it, Dagda. He can't deal with Elk, who destroys him to flash over the wall from this Ultra Prime 80 carry. The Death Rocket avoided. I just can't believe we're going to a Game 3 after what we saw in Game number 1. What a bounce back. What a second game from the rest of the team mid. JJ actually poking Hacker. But it feels like a little pointy stick at this point. It hurts, but it doesn't really matter. JJ with the Wild Growth. Thank you, Mako, but now that's 1 inhibitor, if not 2.
I mean, you can't really contest this topside push now. Ultra Prime get mid, can rotate across. You've still got the Baron buff there as well, so Viper doing his damnedest to clear these creeps out before they hit the Nexus towers, but I mean, that was just a QE combo. Like, JJ, you're just taking pop shots. It's not even like Ultra Prime are committing anything to getting JJ away from these structures.
It's one auto. I mean, look, Elk walks up. That's it. Explosive card, suppressing card will save him for now. But Hacker's walking up as well. Blunder takes Scout of the week, and Ultra Prime are all in with the Cataclysm on the backline. That's Viper. He goes into it because there's only one way out, and unfortunately, if you want to get to the top, you got to rock and roll. Are we doing it again, Dagda? No. Penta stolen. It's a Quadra this time.
Yes, come
Elk
on.
almost got 2 Pentas within like 4 days of each other. Ultra Prime, well deserved once again, going to a game number 3 against the world champion.